What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Cyrus, and welcome to the War Report. I just copped the Supreme Air Maxes today, so I'm feeling very good. And it also feels good to have a guest on the show. So today I won't be just talking to myself, I'll be talking to Quan from the Comeback Spot.
What's good, man? What's going on? I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. It's great to have you on. The Comeback Spot stuff, I'm loving it so far. Like, I can't wait to see that brand sort of grow.
Man, you know what? It's been a long time coming. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, really getting my thoughts across on wrestling on a separate account. You know what the best part about it is too is just like I don't have to see that. If I want to go to my main personal account, I don't have to see the wrestling Twitter at all. Nothing. I don't have to see none of it except for y'all, of course. But yeah, I mean, I'm working on it. Eventually, the YouTube channel. That's kind of what the main goal is going to be. Still working some stuff out, but that's where we're headed at least.
All right, and that is the Comeback Spot on Twitter, spelled how I said it. And if you're listening to this, you'll most likely see the tweets. But it's great to have you on, man. You've been in the Wrestle Chat longer than I have, so
Damn, have I?
Yeah. So this is like some, having a senior on.
Damn, I can't believe it.
I didn't join until I think like 2017. I think.
Yeah. You was there when we were on Slack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think I was on GroupMe. You weren't. Were you on when we were doing the GroupMe?
No, I was not in GroupMe.
Okay. Did we do a GroupMe? I'm pretty sure we were on GroupMe first. Yeah, it's been a minute. I know y'all for a minute, man. Y'all for real.
Yeah, man. So it was like GroupMe, Slack, and Discord that I had to put together, but. It's been an eventful week in wrestling so far. I think for the most part that nothing really exciting or groundbreaking happened, except the PWI, which happened a couple hours ago. But that's mainly main roster stuff, with most of the horsewomen being at the top.
Yeah, I peeped that. I saw Twitter was down, so I just did a little workout. So I just came back in. I just saw that it was like Bailey and Sasha up on top. I believe. I didn't look at it. I just saw the cover of the magazine.
It's literally the five horsewomen that are at the top.
That's dope. You know what? They earned it this year. I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah. Mad at it. I think it's more honest and more than Jon Moxley being number one.
For sure. Yeah.
I accepted it because I was like, I'm not going to refute it because it's AEW. I'm not really trying to invite that energy in. But for the women, it's without a doubt them. If I would have seen Hikaru Shida at the top, I would have been like, all right.
Yeah, I would have some questions about that.
She's probably like 6 or 7. I haven't seen the top 10, but the top 5 is rightfully what it had to be. Yeah. But going into that, talking about some more women, we're going to go into In the Trenches. And a rumor that I've heard, I haven't seen any reports about it, that Mercedes Martinez will be coming back to NXT. She will no longer be doing her thing with Retribution. How you feel about that?
I noticed that she hadn't really been included with the Retribution kind of continuation on Raw for the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I kind of saw it coming. Mercedes has a special place in my heart because she's from Connecticut, and I got her FCT. But I'm not mad at it. If she goes back to NXT, I feel like she still had. I mean, she was only there for 6 months, if that. So I mean, she still got a lot to show. I think it's probably for the better, honestly. If we're gonna keep it a stack.
Yeah, definitely. And I thought it was weird. I guess this is where the smoke was, and now the rumor is sort of the fire, where everybody else is sort of active on Twitter, but there's no Twitter account for her, I believe. I haven't seen anything. Mia Yim is active, Dijakovic, Dio Madden, and Shane Thorne. They're active on Twitter, sending shots and snipes and stuff like that, but we never seen anything from Mercedes Martinez on Twitter. So I think that's where it was just maybe we should just scale it back.
Yeah, I noticed that. Now that you mentioned that, I haven't seen her at all. So it makes me believe she's probably they kind of slowly stick her out of there.
And I mean, she's great. So, and I don't see NXT, being worse with her there. So it works out. So
Absolutely not. That she's been doing this. She's been in the game for, man, I don't even know how long. It had to be well over a decade or two at this point.
Yeah, she's a vet, man, and I think NXT can definitely use a lot of people like that. Even though, well, with the draft, I guess you can say like the women's rosters has been fixed, but neither brand, main roster brand, should be denying a Mercedes Martinez. But it is what it is.
And NXT won.
NXT always wins. But another thing about people coming back to not back to NXT, just to NXT in general, Carter, Dragon Lee, and Jay White are rumored to be NXT bound. I'm not sure if they're referring to Ben Carter that was featured on AEW or a whole different wrestler named Carter. The tweet wasn't too clear, but Dragon Lee and Jay White, those are big gets.
that's huge, especially Jay White. I love Jay White, man. I think he's a star. I think he has all the tools to be something really special. He's already on his way now in New Japan. I love what he's doing on the G1 currently. I have no idea who Carter is. If it's Ben Carter, I've only seen that one match from was it Late Night Dynamite?
And he was really good. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that was to showcase Scorpio Sky, but it made Ben Carter look amazing. And then he got COVID, which is very unfortunate.
Oh, did he? Oh, that stinks. That's terrible. I didn't know that.
He started I believe he started quarantining like the same time as Lance Archer.
Gotcha.
So
he should be
that's
back.
Why they pulled back.
Maybe he's on Dark or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely need him. Like, he's fantastic. But Dragon Lee, I think he will be a big get as well, since NXT kind of missed out on Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. So Dragon Lee should spice things up in case like a Santos Escobar gets called up.
I like Dragon Lee. I like him. I think all three of those. If Carter is Ben Carter, then I think all three of those are like great additions to NXT. Especially, you can throw Dragon Lee right in the cruiserweight division, even if you want to mix it up with Santos Escobar. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I would invite that in. Like, I think they're fantastic. But for Jay White, might have to do just like it's a wait and see on that. Cause we'll see how the G1 goes. If Jay White loses,
you think it's the farewell? You think it's the farewell?
Yeah. Then I'm thinking like till Wrestle Kingdom is going to be the farewell run. We talked about it in the group chat earlier today, where he lives in the States. New Japan isn't really touring as much, so the money is low. So if he just wants to make that the big money move, NXT is definitely the place.
You know what I mean? Hell, they might even just AJ Styles him, just move him straight to main roster. I wouldn't even be mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at it either. He's a he's a phenomenal talent.
Yeah,
I think because he's like a young dude, they're not like they won't do it. But
how old is he? Is he still in his 20s?
I think he should be like, I believe. Hold on.
Let me look it up. I'm looking right now. He's 28.
28? Wow.
Yeah, he's 28. Yeah, actually not yet.
So,
birthday he just turned 28. He's a fresh 28.
Oh shit. So yeah, we'll see on that. If he re-signs with New Japan, I'll be kind of tight, but it is what it is.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Like a lot of them Bullet Club matches in the G1, particularly Evil. I know we're kind of reaching the G show territory, but like I don't know. I'm kind of over the whole Dick Togo interfering and Gato interfering. I'm so over that, bro.
Evil's trying to get over as a heel with a lot of that, and honestly, I thought that Kenta would be playing the part of Jay White is, because they would be in the same block, but it seems like Kenta is just like hands off. So I think there's going to be a point in time where he has to choose between the two, and when they bring back the Gorillas of Destiny, Bad Luck Fale, and all them.
Yeah.
The Samoans, they're gonna have to pick their side too, and then we get
Are
another.
we having another bulletproof civil war?
Yes,
oh my god, I can't do
we're
this,
having
bro.
another civil war.
Oh my god,
It is literally the only feud that fights this much. Like,
this is ridiculous.
even when Evil was taking snipes at Sonata, getting all these opportunities, they never truly fought it out.
Yeah,
he immediately went to Bullet Club after.
I'm over it, bro. I'm over that.
Yeah, but over on AEW, Cody addresses a working relationship with New Japan and NWA and says that he doesn't want to do a joint show. How you feel about that? Cuz you had some words about AEW New Japan a couple weeks ago.
You know what's funny? I worded it wrong. It wasn't. I don't think either side really needs each other, but I felt like, from a standpoint of I think New Japan would benefit from AEW more than AEW would benefit from New Japan. I think that if you brought, I don't think New Japan has the strongest tag division right now. If you throw over, just send Best Friends over there for a little tour or something, or send Pentagon and Phoenix over there for a tour. I mean, it just help out the tag division. I wasn't talking about I'm not expecting Cody to go over there and main event over Tanahashi or something like that.
Well, he did. That did happen.
He did,
and it was disgusting.
Oh my god! Remember he had a 3-star with Ibushi? Come on, bro. I can have a 3-star with Ibushi. Come on, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the Cody thing today. Yeah, I'm not gonna get on him.
Oh no, we're gonna have to.
Oh, we're getting to it.
Yeah, but that'll be later on in the show.
All right, cool. I'm with it.
But for New Japan, I don't think they should be working with New Japan, honestly. I think everybody did get a little too excited when Tanahashi was wishing Jericho a happy anniversary. I think people went a little too crazy with that. But as far as NWA, I think they would want to do something with NWA, honestly. I think NWA is NWA is truly, I said this on the first week of the War Report with Mirjani. NWA is the true alternative to wrestling at that time.
Oh, with Power, I loved the first couple weeks of Power and what they were doing with that.
NWA Power was just something completely different, and it had its own. It had the studio audience thing. It was very old studio wrestling stuff, and it felt completely different from anything else we've seen. And I think if AEW wants to just, kind of go into a studio audience thing that isn't QT Marshall's Barn, oh yeah, that would be cool.
Them early quarantine shows.
Yeah, and also AEW is ringing up a whole bunch of NWA talent, so why not just work with them at some point, Yeah, repay the favor, bruh.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you got the NWA name brand. They are already kind of WCW light anyway. You might as well bring the belt in. Let me see the belt on the show a couple of times. I don't even know who the NWA champion is. It still who is it? Nick Aldis?
Yes, I believe so. And then you have Eddie Kingston, who was on NWA.
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks.
Colt.
Come on, bro.
You got it. You already got it.
Be nice, bro. Just
former NWA champion Colt right there. You got it right there.
Be humble. Be nice. Cody more or less said something we are very prideful in our brand, and we will want to kind of do our own thing and not sort of piggyback off someone else's name, but they would do that with other people's talent. Hey, it is what it is. It's cool. It's cool. That's okay.
Whatever makes them feel good, I guess. If you want to say that.
It's funny how you playing games like that, but that's it for In the Trenches. We're gonna go into NXT.
Spin the wheel. Make a deal.
Finn Balor went through surgery earlier this week, and there's something going on with NXT. I don't know what they did or what spirits or what voodoo being done right now, but everybody that is touching that belt is getting hurt right now.
Hey, you know what? That sucks. it sucks, man. It really does. Yeah. I mean, it's been a real string of just bad luck. They're already kind of in like a. I think Justin kind of said it best. They're kind of like in a rebuild mode right now, and every time, they finally start something up, they had the Karrion Kross thing. He gets hurt. Bridge Holland, clearly they had something planned with him. He gets hurt. Balor, he might. They don't even know if he can keep the belt. We don't know how long he's gonna be out for.
I think because when Karrion Kross it was reported that he got injured. They were just like, yeah, just get out of here. Just go and recover. But now it's clear that they don't want to do that to Balor.
They don't want to vacate the belt 2 times in 2 months or whatever it's been.
Yeah, so and I get it. I for sure hate Regal being on a wait and see sort of status, but I do think that the North American title and Damian Priest and the sort of mid card that NXT has can truly benefit or truly shine while Finn is away. Honestly, so I know it's gonna be like, oh man, everybody just keeps fighting for one belt. I think if they slow down on the championship matches that Damian Priest is handing out and treating the North American like the main title, like the world title, it can buy Balor some time to recover and be healthy. So I'm hoping they don't strip Balor of the belt again, or just have the belt vacated again.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't do it again. I don't want to see another I don't want to see another tournament. I don't want to see another Fatal 4-Way.
Right.
Iron Man. I'm over. Just let Finn hold the belt. It is what it is. Y'all let Brock hold the belt when he wasn't on the show for 2 months. I think Damian Priest is doing a great job. I think he's improved so much. I love everything about him. The aesthetic, his whole gimmick, because he got bitches. Come on, you can't beat that.
And what's he got in the belt? He was Mr. Bitches once again.
You're right. He's in the hot tub. We got cool ass entrance. Everything about Damian Priest, I'm all in with him.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're seeing a lot of men in the mid card are sort of for the women too, but a lot of the men in the mid card are getting storylines that is keeping them away from the title.
Yep.
So I think it is unfortunate because we didn't get to see Kushida on the show. We didn't get to see Bronson Reed on the show, but just the quick hits here. We see Tommaso Ciampa want to get his hands on Dream. So Kushida, it seems like Kushida's out of that feud. So it's not going to transition into Dream and Ciampa. We see not Damian Priest, Dexter Lumis and Cameron Grimes is going to do their thing. Tim Thatcher and Bronson Reed they're somewhere, but they can pull the trigger on that whenever. Austin Theory is getting his ass beat weekly, so maybe Tim Thatcher shows up next week to beat his ass. And I think they could keep I think they could keep the men busy, more or less.
Oh, for sure. I got a question for you because I've been noticing it these last couple weeks with Austin Theory and Velveteen Dream. I don't know if obviously they're not firing and they're not whatever happened. I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
Does it feel like a little bit like they're kind of getting a little bit of punishment on TV? I don't remember either of them winning a match in Lord knows how long, and if they do, they get their ass kicked for most of the match. It just.
I think it's more for Velveteen Dream's case, that match with Kushida, yeah, that was definitely an ass whooping. that was outright an ass whooping. But for Austin Theory, I think they might be playing the losing angle thing like they did with Andrade.
Yeah, he's fighting hard, but he's just not there yet. He needs a little something.
But because he's against his match with Gargano this week, I guess we can just go into that. He got way more offense than Dream did in his match with Kushida.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And
I thought that was a really good match, honestly.
Yeah, it was good. Sorry if it offends, but it was really good.
Hey, It was good. What you want me to say?
You hate to hear it, but it was good. And then the next following Wednesday, like Dream is getting his ass beaten again, you know? So,
yeah.
But like with Austin Theory, he's coming back more. I won't say he's like coming back stronger, but like, you know, he's looking more formidable in his matches.
Yeah, he's in a better position than Dream's in.
Yes,
like,
definitely.
I'd put a little more stock in Theory than I would in Dream right now.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they're in the doghouse, but like one is clearly get to still run in the yard, but it is what it is with those two.
Yeah.
But let's get into the tag division. Well, why do we have to do this number one contenders match? Britt and Brawlers has never beaten Undisputed Era.
Yo, I'm so confused about Oni and Birch because the way they book those two guys, like 1 week they'll be getting jobbed out by whoever the hot new guy is. Specifically Oni, I feel like he gets it more.
Mm-hmm.
And then another week they're having competitive matches with some of the best tag teams in the company. I'm like, what are they doing with those guys, man? Why is the match happening?
And there's like I know on 205 Live, not that I watch, I just like, the tweets are there. I'm just reporting what I've seen, right?
You see the gifs?
They look strong as hell on there.
Do they? I've not even seen it.
Like, no, they're like doing some like really good stuff in there. Just from what I've seen from the WWE Twitter. But soon as they come back to NXT, they're getting their ass beat.
Yeah, it's so weird with them.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Britt and Brawlers, and now I don't know what they're gonna do with Undisputed Era if they lose to Breezango.
You know what though? I think the Rich Holland thing really messed up whatever initial plans they had. The injury to Rich Holland. My theory, my booking, my Quan booking. I had an idea that it was just going to be Kyle and Adam Cole kind of disbanded from Undisputed Era, and Rich Holland kind of became a new member of Undisputed Era, and possibly somebody else. And it was maybe some 4-on-4 type of War Games type of deal. If they could even do War Games in that arena, I'm not even sure, but that's what my plan was. I don't know if they had to like rearrange some stuff and just had to throw.
Oh, definitely.
So, I mean,
the bruised ribs thing. There's no like truly fixing that.
Yeah.
So.
It's just like I said, NXT's had a lot of unfortunate incidents. But as for the tag match with Breezango and Undisputed, I do think it's a good match. And honestly, I think Undisputed can afford the loss. I think Breezango needs a credible win over a big name team to really get that thing going. I think Imperium's a fine team, but I think the credible win would definitely raise their stock in NXT for sure, in the NXT tag division.
Yeah, I would agree there, but what are we gonna do? So okay. Breezango versus Undisputed Era. Undisputed Era loses. Two of these things have to happen for me to be okay with it. Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong need a turn, or they get called up. I know the call up thing is cliche, but like I think that Undisputed Era would look ridiculous losing to Breezango. Like honestly,
you want the whole era to get called up, or just Cole?
The whole era.
The whole I'm not. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm with you on that.
I would prefer if they did the turn, and then they do the breakup there, because everybody is kind of just like waiting for, the future shock to come back, and the Civil War with Undisputed Era, similar to Bullet Club.
Bullet Club all over again.
But I think they're gonna try to run the who done it, or like who called the hit angle for a really long time, and Cole can get back and they can truly do the turn.
So what you're saying is, do you think they have You think the era just beats Breezango and Breezango are transitional champions?
Well, they're not. I don't think they're transitional. How many title defenses they have?
I think 1. Am I bugging? I don't know. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay. I wouldn't say they're transitional. I would prefer if Undisputed Era won. But if Undisputed Era has to lose, they have to do like some. They have to do like there has to be like a true story reason why. You know.
For sure.
Like they can't just lose for the sake of losing. You know, like it has to truly play into the story. While you look that up, Candice
I believe
LeRae,
it's one defense. It's been one. It's only one defense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
It is what it is. But now we're gonna get into Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae. First things first, I want to say about that: WWE, don't say it's a 5-star match. don't toot your own horn like that. Because I don't know why when the match was over and I saw them call it a 5-star, I kind of rolled my eyes.
Wait, who did the account? What did the NXT account said that? Oh, they're bugging.
Yes, I thought the match was good, but I don't know. I thought it was really funny that they were just like, "Man, that was a classic." I was like, "All right, calm down,
relax."
But I do like this match a lot. I know a lot of people were expecting Shotzi Blackheart to win, but I do think what they're doing with Miss Hartwell, helping Candice LeRae out, I think is really cool. I'm really hoping Candice. Well, what I said on last week's episode is that I'm hoping that Candice is a little more reluctant to take Indy Hartwell's help or truly like bring her, like keep her close, because every person she has done that for has kicked her ass. So them not associating or truly talking to each other, I think that works out. It's a guardian angel role.
Yeah.
That works for me more or less, rather than like a big sister kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shotzi Blackheart didn't do anything insane to hurt herself, but I thought it was a really good match.
Yeah, I want to say that you gotta chill out in some of those spots, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's the weekly show. You gotta save those for the big shows. If you're gonna do that,
if you're gonna get injured, don't get injured.
If you're gonna risk your life, at least you know what I mean. At least with people watching, you know what I mean. Not with less than a million. Don't do that with less than a million fans.
That's what. Well, shit. AEW be going hard. They don't be cracking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you ain't had a million fans yet. Like, if I'm gonna potentially break my neck, I gotta have at least 1.5 mil looking at me.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
I mean, the numbers are down a little bit, man. 1.5 is decent. I'll take 1.5.
Okay. It's been a minute since we had ratings talk on the show, but I'm glad it was that. I'm glad it was in the form of that. Like, how many viewers are you willing to break your neck for? Oh my god! But Io Shirai and Candice LeRae are gonna have a third match. This is gonna have a stipulation that we'll talk about at the end of the show. But they're about to have another. This is about to be another amazing trilogy that NXT has. Every feud is sort of like it happens in threes. So
yeah,
whatever the stipulation is, I hope it's one of the good ones and not one of the stupid ones that are on the wheel. But we'll get into that. Now we'll get into the North American Championship match with Damian Priest versus Dexter. Heat. This match is really good.
I love those guys, man. Both of those guys impressed me. I didn't know much about Dexter Lumis coming in. I knew a little bit about Priest before he signed with NXT, but man, these guys, they've impressed me more than anything.
What I know about Damian Priest in NXT is not good. But Dexter, I had no idea who this person was. J5 had to put me on to his work in TNA, which is like really creepy stuff. Like in TNA, he's more of like Disturbia, but now here it's like a Silence of the Lamb kind of thing,
Yeah. What do you look on some like stalker type stuff over there or something like that?
Yeah, he was on like some stalker. He was a lot more talkative on Impact, but I think it really works. I'm liking the silent killer thing here. Like, he hasn't said jack shit. Like, ever. And I think that's really
has he
cool.
cut a promo?
No.
Wow.
I think they may have flirted once with like him holding a mic, but he's truly has said nothing. So I think that's cool. It works out.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. When he has to talk, I think he'll do a good job. From what I heard from his Impact stuff, it was really good.
And he's gonna feel important when he's ready to talk.
Yeah. But this match is fantastic. This is the first time we've ever seen Dexter Lumis even show pain, and I'm glad it was for Dexter. I'm glad it was for Damian Priest, because they made Damian Priest look like he was like really cracking the armor of Lumis.
Do you think they're like scaling back on that whole impervious to pain gimmick a little bit, or you think they did that to make Priest look strong?
They were definitely doing it for Priest to look strong. I would say they will probably peel it back if he's like selling like crazy, or like he's really when he has the match against Cameron Grimes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And speaking of Cameron Grimes, he runs the interference in this match, causing Dexter Lumis to lose. I'm okay with that, honestly. I feel like Damian Priest should not be losing that title anytime soon. He don't miss.
He hasn't missed, bro.
All his
He
matches
really
hit. So until those matches start being a little ass, maybe I'll be like, maybe we should throw like a Tim Thatcher or something. But right now, Damian Priest is doing great stuff. Continues, and I think next week we should be getting the match announcement for Lumis and Grimes for Halloween Havoc.
Which I'm gonna love that. I honestly hope they do a gimmick for that match too. Honestly, even if it's not for whenever the wheel thing, but just give him a gimmick. I think they can give a little like something spooky for Dexter. That's his bag.
They should probably. But like, I've seen the one Halloween Havoc that was the spin the wheel, make the deal thing, but I'm unsure what would be a spooky stipulation. Like, would it just have to be like a really violent match, or would it have to be like something actually terrifying?
I know I really don't want NXT to kind of go back to this, but I was thinking some kind of like maybe like a pre-tape type of deal with like some haunted house. I don't even know.
Something cinematic.
Yeah, something cinematic. I wouldn't be mad at it. I think Grimes is talented enough and charismatic enough to really carry something like that. It would probably be pretty funny.
Yeah, definitely. I do think so as well, but I don't know if they.
I don't know if they want to do that on live shows now. You know what I mean, though. That's the thing. Because before they were doing it on the tape shows.
If they do a cinematic match for Lumis and Grimes, I would want them to have an actual match later. That's the only thing I ask.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe if they do like a haunted house kind of thing, Grimes just goes, you were fighting me at like some damn freak show. Let's do it right here, at NXT. No bullshit. So, shit. Yeah, I would prefer that. I would prefer that over it. But speaking of spinning the wheel and making deals, Shotzi Blackheart comes out for the Garganos attack Damian Priest, and then Shotzi Blackheart comes out. No, it's Regal. Sorry, I'm doing it all. I'm just trying to get to the part where Shotzi does the thing. But Shotzi Blackheart shows us the buzzsaw wheel, which I find is hilarious. But there are stipulations that are on the wheel. I think they may be jokes, but some of them might actually be legit.
Hey, I saw Chamber of Horrors on there. If they do Chamber of Horrors, bro, let me tell you. You know anything about that? You saw? Remember that?
No, I don't know. Enlighten me.
So it's like way back. This is like early WCW. You've probably seen it. I don't remember. It was this crazy like cage match, like electric chair in it, and like Mick Foley was in it, and Abdullah the Butcher was in it, and like low key. Like,
okay, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking.
Cute Abdullah the Butcher. It was weird.
You're not doing that.
I know they're not going to do it, but I saw it on the list. I thought that was pretty funny. That was one of the match stipulations on the wheel. I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, I have a screenshot from the NXT show, and I'm gonna have to turn my laptop around a little bit to look at all the stipulations. But I see a casket match, blindfold match.
Oh,
let
God.
let me zoom in here. I can't read that, but yeah, I think that's what you just said. It's the Chambers match. There is a biker chain match. All right, now this is where the laptop gets turned upside down. I can't turn the photo for some reason. Okay, a buried alive match. What they're not doing that. Devil's Playground match. Boiler Room Brawl. Shotzi's Choice, which I think they should. I think they should run Shotzi's Choice for Precinct Organo. Honestly, like they already gave us a classic, so I think they can have fun with the next one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Weapons Wild match. I don't know what that is, but that sounds really cool. Trick or Street fight. That's probably something that they. If Loomis and Grimes were to have a match, I think they should just have a street fight.
Hey, you know what? Nah, they can't have the Trick or Street fight. You know the holiday themed street fight that's solely for Cesaro. That's Cesaro's gimmick.
They can't be stepping on his toes.
Yeah, that's his gimmick, bro. He does the street fights on the holidays.
Oh my lord! I don't know what this TLS match is. What is it? Ladder scaffolding.
Scaffolding. Oh, you're wildin'.
What would that be? That is the only thing with S that I would know that's in wrestling. That's not a steel chair, but like we have TLC, so I'm not sure what the TLS. S is for.
I don't even know. Damn, scaffolding.
So someone let us know on Twitter, please. And then there's coal miner on a pole. Coal miner's glove on a pole match. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What is a coal miner's glove? What is that?
I think it's just like a steel glove.
I'm gonna look it up. Coal miner's glove.
Yeah, but that is all the stipulations that are.
I think it's one of them OG type things from like I'm looking there. There was one. It was Sting and Jake Roberts had a coal miner glove match at Halloween Havoc '92.
Okay. It's probably just like a chain, a chainmail glove of some sort.
I got you.
So that's NXT with some quick hits. Stuff I didn't feel like we can go too much on. Toni Storm comes back and she beats up Aaliyah. Toni Storm looked great.
With all due respect, you feel me?
Oh, the people in the production truck are very horny people for having that angle. I'm not gonna say what. For having that angle part of her entrance. I thought that was very insane.
If you know, you know. You know what I mean?
They had Mark in the production truck like, yeah, they'll fix that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley finally scheduled for Halloween Havoc. Let's get that shit out of the way, finally. And then hopefully Rhea Ripley can finally wrap things up toward the end of the year with Io Shirai. Probably go into the new year as champion. And then, I don't know, they could do whatever with Io Shirai, honestly.
Hey, you know what, though? I'll be honest with you. I think it's time to... I know we're stepping on Meals and Justin territory, but I think it's time to move Dakota and Raquel up. Send them to SmackDown.
Definitely.
I'm with it. I'm ready.
I was saying that shit last week. Like, they are like, they're the top heel in the women's, but they get their ass beat all the time.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing to me. But they will have to establish another heel before they leave, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Mercedes coming back. If Mercedes comes back, there you go.
Okay, yeah, definitely. But besides that, without Mercedes, I can't think of any heel women on the roster. Except Candice, but she does heelish things. Tweener. I'm just gonna say that. Tweener. Yeah. Because she was gonna fight Shotzi Blackheart fair and square until cheating was thrown on the table. You know?
Speaking of that, I thought it was really funny. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like a little inside joke or something, but Regal being upset at Candice LeRae for using brass knuckles was so funny to me. Like that's your whole gimmick, bro.
I think that is funny and very hypocritical of him, and I think
like he went out of his way to say that, like, yo, like what's up with you, bro? And they're like, come on, that's you. Where do you think she got it from?
I feel Indy Hartwell's Twitter, she was just like, oh, somebody was like snitching, and they were just like, Regal, you might want to check your desk. And then Indy Hartwell was just like, hey, do you notice that?
Bro? Right, relax, bro. What you doing?
Right. So that's very funny. Swerve is going to be fighting Santos Escobar again, but this time he won't be doing it with Breezango. That's kind of it.
Can he not do it in capris? If I'm like, get them capris out of here, bro. I love Swerve, but bro, the capris gotta go.
We love you, bro. We love you and everything you do. From a black man to another, we gotta get rid of them capris, my guy. just get some Levi jeans, bro.
You know what I mean? Talk to Adonis. He got the fits off. He got a fanny pack. I rock with it. I like Adonis. I know we can get off NXT, but I don't want to say I like Adonis a lot. I like what he's doing.
Yeah, Adonis is cool. I think for some reason that they were like trying to build him up on 205 Live, and then they brought him to NXT. I thought that was really funny. And Jake Atlas is cool. So
I love Jake Atlas, man. I think he can be he's such a throwback babyface type of guy. Like, you know, like eat your vitamins, all that shit. Like that's Jake Atlas right there. And I think he has a future in NXT.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a star.
Yeah, he's a like your best babyface is going to be somebody that's genuinely a good person. So,
yeah, he seems like just an all around good dude.
Yeah, but now AEW's 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, to a desperate man.
Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. This is everything we fight for. Hey, everything. But you took it from me. I never tried.
So, I know we were hinting earlier that we're gonna get into the Cody slander, but I put that at the bottom of the list. Now, AEW has been around for a full year. They can now possibly, I don't know, what can a baby do at like 1 year old now? I don't really know.
What can a baby do at 1 year old?
Like blink, like grab a finger.
They're doing a little moving around. They're moving around now. They're mobile.
they entertain the thought of walking.
Yeah, they're moving around.
But how do you feel about like now seeing AEW from the start last year January? Yeah, till now.
From last October.
Like not even like Dynamite. I just mean like AEW just like just starting out.
I'll be honest, honestly, I'm gonna be 100% with you. They've exceeded my expectations. I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it, but for the most part, I enjoy AEW. I do. I haven't missed an episode of Dynamite yet. I even watch Dark sometimes. Like I've enjoyed AEW for the most part. Obviously, there's things that I have problems with. We'll get into it later, but like for the most part, I think it was a successful first year. They have a fan base that they're going towards, and I think they're doing a good job of reaching out to that particular fan base.
I would agree. I won't say they exceeded expectations. For my part.
Okay. I was for my.
I had to. Yeah, we have separate expectations. We're two different people.
Yeah.
But as far as a wrestling alternative that to market themselves towards, they haven't shown that to me. You know,
I'm with you on that.
And I would say, yes, they would be an alternative to people that enjoy tag team wrestling a lot more. Because, you know, the only brand that's truly showing love to tag team wrestling would be NXT. Like, even with, like, the Dusty Classic and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I have never truly been a big tag team wrestling person. I always thought I can appreciate a good wrestling tag match. That's about it. But, like, having multiple of them on the show is not something that I would, like, I never thought I would want. And turns out I don't want it at all. Like, that's not something that I truly want from my wrestling shows. The women still the same as it's been, even with the same talent pool it has been. I know Dark is having Red Velvet, who was a local here. Shout out to her. They're getting people like Abaddon, who hasn't showed up on Dynamite yet, and stuff like that. But like, I do still to this day, I think the women's division is still atrocious, and they try to do something with it with AEW heels, and I think that's probably one of the worst things they possibly could have done. And nobody really talks about that anymore. I guess it's just been like swept under the rug. But when I was writing out the show notes for this, I just remembered like that was one of the things that they did.
that would not a good look. The optics of it, just charging fans, female fans, you know, to I don't even know what it is.
Chat, just to be in a group chat.
I mean, like, I don't know. It just seems like they're giving the bare minimum, like, attempt to even try to make the women something on the shows, and it's just disappointing. Like in 2020, like, yeah, you're looking at what WWE is doing. I realize WWE has a head start. They've been really pushing this women's division for, you know, good 5 or 6 years at this point. But like, there's no excuse in 2020 to have, you know, your champion. She's barely on TV.
And she's like begging for matches on Twitter.
Bro, yeah, like that's your champion. Like that's supposed to be your second strongest belt. And she's sitting in the front row with Joey Janela. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. And yes, WWE has had this head start, but I think although they want to be an alternative, WWE has set the standard. You know, you are not the indie promotion that can barely book women or like have enough women to come down and work with you guys. You know, they have been giving work to all of the these indie wrestlers that, you know, that are kind of out of the job due to COVID. But I'll also I'll touch back a little bit on that in a second. But you can get more women on these shows. You just choose not to. Like at this point, it's absolutely a choice. And about the, you know, independent wrestlers getting paid, that is a fantastic thing that these guys are doing. But would they have done it if COVID didn't hit?
Yeah, because it seemed like Dark, previous to COVID hitting, it felt like Dark was kind of like their hour 3 show. So they weren't really doing a lot of squash matches or anything like that, you know, enhancement talent type of deals. So, I mean, who knows? Probably not. But like I can commend them for doing, you know, Tony Khan and them. Yeah, giving some guys some love. And plus, he put a couple of names out there that I didn't know about. Yeah, I had no idea who Will Hobbs was, and I like what he's doing. Or who is it?
Absolutely love what like them hiring other talent to like be a part of the show. I think it's fantastic. Like if COVID hit, I don't think we would have ever got Eddie Kingston, Thunder Rosa, Ben Carter. Who else?
Well, there's a couple of dudes they kind of put out there. I even like Lee Johnson. He hasn't won a match yet, but I like what he's doing. I like Johnson.
So shout outs for them doing that. But I want to end the segment on a positive note, celebrating AEW's anniversary. The top of the card has rarely switched up, but I will say that some people that I wasn't too high on when they got signed has truly turned around for me. And the people that I have listed down is Britt Baker, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin. I wanted to put Will Hobbs on there, but he hasn't really started rolling yet. And I also wanted to put Wardlow on there, but he hasn't really started rolling yet. And I know for these three, there's a lot that aren't really getting there or where we truly want them to be. But for these three, I think they are exceptional talent, and AEW has played a big part in that.
In their development, for sure. I think they have. It looks like they have a lot of stock, especially in Darby. I mean, previous to COVID, he was getting crazy reactions when he would come out. Now they got him up in the bleachers like 97 Stings. So I'm interested to see where they go at Darby. I love Darby. Britt Baker, I mean, they reacted quickly because they could tell that the crowd was starting to turn on her. So they were like, "Hey, let's just turn her heel." And I think she's doing an exceptional heel job. I didn't think she had that in her. Yeah. I think she's doing great character work. I love everything she's doing. All that stuff with Tony Schiavone, I think it's. I thought the
the spa shit.
That shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie. That shit had me
hilarious. That was very funny. I really cracked up when she was just like, "Are you naked?" I'm loving the stuff that she's doing with Reba, or Reba.
What is
an ongoing?
What is it?
I would like. It's spelled Reba.
Okay.
Like the TV
I
show.
swear I've heard them say Rebel before. Am I bugging?
Yeah,
or is that a whole other person?
I think they're trying to since she is possibly Hispanic or Mexican, they're trying to like throw in a little flair into it.
Up a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if that's problematic or not, but yeah, they're trying to spice it up a little bit. But it's pronounced Reba.
We'll call it Reba. Reba's fine.
I'm gonna go with Reba. Reba. I'm liking Reba. She is absolutely not a good wrestler, but the stuff that she is doing with Britt Baker is hilarious. And I think if she wants to continue being in this sort of like valet role, that is A-okay with me. You know,
I'm with it.
Orange Cassidy, someone who I kind of want to end it off on. I always liked the stuff. Like I always thought he was like a really funny dude, but AEW going from just having these cameos with him to now him like being featured on the show, having like 15-20 minute matches, like that is a huge drastic change, and it's truly working for him. And the fact that it hasn't the joke hasn't gotten old yet, that is truly and very interesting to me.
That's a credit to how talented Orange Cassidy is. I've been watching this guy wrestle for the Colony days back in Chicago. I mean, this guy, he's really good, man. He's really good. I wasn't too sure on how the gimmick would work on TV weekly, like if it was gonna work, the little goofy super kicks he'd be doing and stuff. But like it's still working, and fans are really gravitating towards what he's doing.
They're not letting that hype die, and I like that they're letting Orange Cassidy get fired up more, relatively well, versus when he was just like still doing the lazy wrestling stuff and he never truly got fired up. So
they let the character evolve, which I think was going to be necessary, because I think the lazy wrestler thing would have gotten stale quick. You can only do so much with that. Yeah,
so that's really great, and happy 1 year anniversary, AEW. Let's start changing some more things, because we're gonna get into the show now. All right. And I don't give a fuck if it's your birthday. you about to catch this work in 3, 2, 1. FTR versus Best Friends' ass.
Talk to you. You didn't like it?
No. I'm not high on Best Friends. I've just not. I like Chuck Taylor. I don't like Trent.
You know what's crazy though? They're one of the teams that really kind of grew on me. Honestly, I was like kind of whatever with them, but I like Best Friends. But you know what? When I was watching the match, it felt like, I don't know, like Chuck just seemed kind of off. Did it seem like that to you? Like Chuck just kind of like slow, like he wasn't really in it.
I don't like that. That's kind of what my problem with the match is. Like they kind of just didn't mesh well. And I just thought they had a much better match with Hangman and Omega, and they didn't have to do any cheating. They didn't have to do like that weird cab spot that will result into the next following segment. But I'm just not high on the Best Friends. Like I like Orange Cassidy.
I see where you're coming from with that. Also, I think I don't know if maybe like Rick Knox messed up at the end, but that ending was really weird too. He kind of just like fell on the floor for no real.
Oh no, he definitely lined himself up like a fool.
Yeah, it was really weird.
I guess like he just kind of like missed his cue and he needed to get to his spot really fast. But
Yeah, you need to get on the floor.
That's where good directing would have came into play there.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Best Friends had their championship match and they're kind of out of it. A number one contender match will be scheduled in the next segment. But let's just talk about Miro and Kip Sabian real quick. I'm not a fan of this duo at all, but Miro and Kip Sabian have a heater gaming moment. And they just start beating up on the Best Friends.
Dan Rusev let the N-word fly? That's crazy.
If Chuck Taylor was light skinned, he might have called him mulatto. But are they turning Kip and Miro here? And if they are, I think it being over a poorly placed arcade cabinet is very silly to me. I'm not going to say stupid. I'm just going to say silly.
Bro, you know what? Honestly, I'm going to give you a little story real quick. Right? So I was ready to shit on Rusev being upset over the arcade cabinet. But back in the early 2000s, if you were to watch a WWE show, right, there'd just be a sea of signs all the time. And, you know, mostly of them were forgettable. But there's this particular sign that just lives in my head, you know, rent free. I think about this sign all the time. And if you ever watch WrestleMania 18 and you go watch Booker T versus Edge, there's a sign right on the hard camera. You can't miss it. And it says, they're fighting over shampoo. And I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? This isn't the dumbest thing I've seen. I've seen people fight over shampoo. So you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. It seems kind of a gamer gimmick for Rusev or Miro. It seems kind of weird, but like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a couple weeks, fresh it on it. But I mean, it's starting off kind of shaky with that, whatever the hell that was. You know what else? The other thing about it too, I don't know if like, why was that arcade cabinet so important to him that he got that upset? Like, did they ever say anything about that? Like the reasoning? That's some BT type of stuff that I don't know about.
No. Oh shit, probably.
There's probably some BT type, which is another criticism I have about AEW is their, you know, reliance on
stop
BT
doing that.
Yeah, please stop. I don't watch that shit.
I like the only time I would watch it was to see cameos of WWE wrestlers. So
right.
let's stop doing that. But I just think like, now I'm gonna give you a story.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear it.
You know when you have your prized possession and you bring it to school and then you lose it?
Uh-huh.
It's happened to me before. Why would you bring your arcade cabinet to work?
Yeah, you bugging. I know a real life arcade cabinet definitely costing you like a rack. So you just bring that to work for what?
And why are you placing it in the dead center of the crowd? Like, just silly and out of place. Like that seems like something that would be at catering.
Right, keep that in the back. What you doing, bro?
But that's why like it's really like silly to me, you know.
It's so silly.
And Miro and Kip Sabian turning for that reason is also like, it could have just been a mild disagreement, you know.
But wasn't Kip already heel though?
Yeah.
From what I've seen, he's always been heel like since the jump.
You know what? Yeah.
Rusev was kind of just like we didn't know, but now we know where he's at with it.
Okay, then it's not a heel turn, but it's more definitive now that he is turning heel over broken possession.
Arcade cabinet.
And I do think it's funny that they're attacking the Best Friends for it when just a couple weeks ago they were beating the shit out of Pride and Powerful for destroying their mother's van. But we'll move on from there.
What are you doing over there, man?
The lottery. What happened to these rankings, Brett?
Bro, I don't. So I have a friend of mine who's a big AEW mark, and he was trying to explain it to me, like, you know, they do exceptions sometimes. I don't know. Like, what's the point of having the tumbler drawing in the middle of the ring? Like, just if you're gonna do the 4-way, just have the top 4 teams on the ranking. Yeah. Like, that's what it's for. Like, what's the? I don't know.
The thing, what's the problem with the rankings, and if they would have did it that way, is I don't have the rankings pulled up right now, but best friends were most likely number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the top.
All right.
So that would mean the best friends would.
Next 4 then.
But that's where the rankings have an issue. Where it's just like, well, it's a ranking system, so they have to be a part of it.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. I'm looking at the rankings right now. It goes obviously number 1 is FTR, 2 is Best Friends, and then it goes Bucks, Natural Nightmares, Butcher and the Blade, and Proud and Powerful. So, and the only team in that Fatal 4-Way is who? The Bucks, right?
Mm-hmm. It don't make no sense. And AEW, I do like that they kind of like they're doing a lot of the casino sort of gimmick thing. I like it, but having the rankings as well, it just doesn't work. It's at constant conflict with everything that they do. Like,
bro, remember they had MJF sitting there for like weeks on number 1, not even weeks, months sitting on number 1 contender.
No, number 2 contender didn't have a match with Jon Moxley until like 5 months into the year.
Yeah, same thing with Sheeta. Sheeta was number 1 for like number 2 contender for months until she got that match with Nyla.
And
I think Nyla was out there.
Yeah,
with quarantine. So I'll give him.
Yeah, that's a fair slide, but
yeah, that's fair.
We're past that stage where we could truly be blaming COVID for things now, where everybody's coming back. But then you have stuff like I could be the more contender, but I didn't win the casino ladder match, so I have to wait until that feud.
Yeah, I gotta wait my turn. You know, I earned mine already.
I'm number 2, but I didn't win the battle royale, so I have to wait for my turn.
Yeah.
Then what's the point of me working my ass off, busting my ass to be at the top, if I just lose this one match and then I have to wait and I'm like doing nothing for a long ass time, that's please abolish it. It's been around for a year. Let's just get it out of here. But we're having a 4-way tag team match with Private Party, Butcher the Blade, Dark Order, and the Bucks for the number 1 contendership for the AEW tag titles. I need the Bucks to win, have the match with FTR, and then we can move forward.
Let's move it. Let's get it moving. I mean, and to be fair, that'll be a great match. FTR Bucks. Everybody wanted it. Let's get it out the way. Let's do it. I think it'd be a fun match. It's interesting because they're both at this point. They seem to be both heel teams. So
yeah,
I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
And that's why I think like Private Party might win because it is 2 heel teams. But it's just like, and also like the Bucks just looked way too strong at the end of that segment. But to me, it's just like nobody, like there's no real threat because everything is just tunneling down for the match with the Bucks, So they're gonna end up killing every other tag team to just prolong the inevitable.
It's gonna be Bayley Sasha all over again, where Bayley has to run through everybody so we can avoid the Sasha match until we don't have a choice but to watch the Sasha match.
Basically,
same thing.
Let's finally do the Bucks match so we can possibly see it in a surprise upset at some point in time. Because the Bucks and the tag team match between the Bucks and FTR, that's not going to work without the title. It's just not. Yeah. So they have to truly prove who's the top tag team. And then the problem with that is, what do you do with FTR at the mid card? You don't. That's a problem with a lot of these champions. What the hell do you do with a Cody at the mid card? If he's not at the top, what do you do with Jon Moxley in the mid card? What are you going to do with FTR at the mid card? So it is what it is. But we're going to be getting a fatal 4-way between these 4 tag teams, and it's going to be a really long and pain. Is all I'm going to say.
If there's one thing AEW likes to do,
go ahead.
There's one thing AEW likes to do. You get a bunch of niggas in the ring at once. They'll give you a 10-man tag. They don't care.
Spread it around.
Hey.
I'm checking the time, but I don't want to like blitz through it. It's the first time I had a guess in a really long time, but it's okay if it goes a little long.
Yeah, you know,
but
all right. We'll extend the pod.
Hikaru Shida versus Big Swole. I thought it was a really good match, but it's just too short.
Do you know how long the match was? Do you have a time?
No, I don't have a time, but I believe the match just has like one commercial break. If I don't really look at results from publications because a lot of wrestling publications, y'all just irk me the wrong way. So I don't really be checking y'all out. So while you're looking that up, shout out to the Daily Smark. That is the only wrestling publication that I get my results from.
My guy, yeah.
Shout out to Rich.
Let's see, matches. Does it say the time on here? They got from bell to bell 8 minutes and 54 seconds, which is actually longer than they usually get. So
that. Hey man, y'all look at your phones right now, whatever device y'all listen to that on. 8 minutes sound right to y'all?
Championship match,
women's championship match on the anniversary show. That sound right to y'all? That sound right to y'all? Because it don't sound right to me. That is something they need to really truly correct in the future. And at this point, I'm really sad that they don't have Thunder Rosa anymore, because Thunder Rosa was the bad bitch that was getting 12-minute matches at least.
Is she gone? Is she out?
She's just she hasn't been seen in a while. I think after they did the feud with the tag team match with Ivelisse and Diamante, it was kind of just done.
I heard that Ivelisse got signed. Oh, she said she got signed in a recent interview. I just saw that today, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm with it. That's good for her.
I really wish that Thunder Rosa was around more, because her being around truly elevated it.
Yeah, she gave a little jolt to the division. I was like, okay, let me see what's going on over here. That actually caught my attention when she came in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. And right now, to me, it just seems like Shida is just keeping the belt warm for Britt Baker. And this isn't an NXT issue where it's heel heavy. Mm-hmm. You know, I think we're really babyface heavy. Also, the exception of FTR, I guess. So if Britt Baker takes the takes the women's championship, then we get two heel champs and two face champions. So it's fine. They should just do it. Britt Baker is the best thing happening in the women's division. Just let her take it. And if she does take it, Big Swole does have a claim to the title because she's beaten Britt Baker before. And fuck her rankings. I beat your ass before.
Right. Look at the rank. Actually, you know what? She might be up there on the rankings anyway. Yeah, Swole's. It goes. Since I'm already on the page, she just champ. Nyla Rose, Swole, Penelope Ford, Abaddon, and then Britt Baker.
Has Abaddon even sniffed Dynamite?
I believe she had one Dynamite match. If I'm not mistaken.
That was her debut.
Yeah, and I think the rest have been on Dark.
Very unfortunate. I think she has a really cool look, and I think that would,
she is terrifying. That's scary. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this stack with you. When I first saw her, I was like, "Hey,
look at the clock, bruh. This is the perfect time to be having somebody on your show."
That's what I'm saying.
AEW's not tapped in, bro. They're not playing smart. But
oh man,
we're gonna get into a segment with Jericho and MJF, and just a heads up for everybody, I have extensive thoughts on this, but I'm gonna tone it down.
Nah, get your shit off, bro. Go ahead.
I can't, because this is gonna. It truly irked me when I saw it last night, where I had to go into a completely separate group chat and just ask my friends who are not watching wrestling, is this shit okay to y'all? Is this even a good segment? And everybody was just no, not really. I don't like MJF really really eating dick to join the inner circle. Basically, I'm not a fan of this at all, and I think it stagnates his character, and then it also stagnates Wardlow, because Wardlow, they have this thing where, MJF is paying him, and if MJF isn't doing anything, Wardlow isn't doing anything. I want to see what that motherfucker could do, man. And him eating dick to Jericho, do you want me in the inner circle thing that they did last year? It's been it's truly not working for me. This just feels like improv between two random guys, and they both want the scene to go in different ways. And I truly think that when I think it's Santana was just like, we don't like you, we don't want you. That should have been the fire that starts for the feud, where it turns into a, wait, whoa, hold on, I was playing nice. Fuck you mean you don't like me?
Yeah.
I'm MJF. Fuck you mean you don't want me in the circle? That's where I feel like the feud truly should have started. Instead, it goes, well, I guess I'll take you out on a date. I'll see you for some steak
dinner.
Come
on, bro.
Motherfuckers flirting. Get fiendish for some meat, bro. Like,
you know what I mean? Yo,
I'm about to get on my full max B, bro. The hell is this? Hey. This is so stupid. I don't like Animal Planet.
What do you? Yeah, I don't get it. The jokes weren't hitting this promo. This is by far. I think this was MJF's worst promo I've seen him do.
The part really where he's weird, like talking to himself.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
Is this a sitcom?
It was really weird. I will think it was funny. I'm not. I swear on everything. I'm so sure when MJF asked Chris Jericho if he could touch his hair. It wasn't me or did Santana say pause, like the New York came out of him, hit the pause. Hey, yo, what you mean, bro?
If he didn't say it, I definitely said it out loud.
I'm like, hey, what you want over there?
This segment is a big AO.
Hey.
But this segment is very awful and very terrible. I don't know why they're truly prolonging this feud. I don't like weekly this like this taking away time from the women. Like Hikaru Shida probably could have had 3 minutes of this segment, but yeah. Jericho has to get his ego stroked on live television for X amount of time. And is this inner circle even that amazing of a faction to join? The only person that be getting wins in that motherfucker is Jericho. Yeah, and Jericho hasn't won shit in a long time.
There's a bunch of losers over there. I want Pride and Powerful far away from Inner Circle. I love Pride and Powerful. I love.
I've been preaching the good word, man.
They gotta get them out of there, bro. They're making them like goofs over there. Let them go on their own. They're good enough on their own.
But just so overall in this segment, I think it's really silly. Please, let's just jumpstart the feud. When Candice LeRae and Tegan Nox were it was like a slow burn, but it wasn't a slow burn where they're having face-to-faces every week.
Yeah.
Or, they're taking sly digs at each other constantly. The feud finally kicked off when they had that first face-to-face at her house. Let's start getting the shit moving, young. I know Jericho, I know MJF is probably Jericho's next pet project, but let's get the project going. You feel me? But that's enough on that. The TNT Championship match versus Cody and Orange Cassidy.
It was fine.
It's good. I don't know if I liked it better than the Brody Lee match, but Orange Cassidy did show his stuff. They're teasing something with Darby Allin, they cut to him in the crowd. I'm not sure why, because
they got a match, man.
I don't think he has any true claim to that. Where the fuck Brody Lee at, bro?
I don't know.
He was very fired up when Cody even challenged him for the title, but now he's not fired up to get it back.
It's quiet. It's quiet for him. You know what it is. He's scared.
And Cody went back blonde, which is weird.
I'm happy he did that because that black dye job he had was terrible.
Very
It
terrifying.
it did not look good at all.
But they're gonna tease something with Darby, and I think that's okay. They're gonna have a feud again, and hopefully Darby Allin actually wins it. But I think it would be silly for Cody to be a transitional champion when they could have just kept it on Cody.
You know what? While we're here, I want to praise AEW for not relying on non-finishes for their matches. So I know the match ended in a draw, but it's fine because I don't think they've only done the draw. I think maybe one other time. So as long as they're not
on TV,
yeah. I think as long as they're not relying on that to keep guys
strong.
Oh, strong. Keep guys strong.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I was cool with the time limit draw. Like, it didn't bother me because I know WWE can get a little dependent on DQs to keep people strong. So I'm happy that AEW hasn't really gone that route yet. I will give them that credit for that.
Yeah, I would agree there as well. But right now, I think that whatever feud comes from this, hopefully Cody doesn't have this championship for any longer. Because
hey man, you know what? Put it on Darby, man. Just put it on Darby. I'm ready for Darby to get a belt. He's over enough.
I am too. Like him and Orange Cassidy, like I said earlier, like they are definitely over, and they should be rewarded for it. You know.
Yeah.
And AEW a year later, where the top of the card relatively looks the same.
Yeah, it's time. It's time for him to pull the trigger. Let's go, Tony.
Now we're gonna get into the championship. The AEW championship match between Jon Moxley and Lance Archer. It's cool. It got violent. I liked it. But compared to the New Japan match, I don't know. It kind of set a high bar. They set a high bar.
It was a New Japan match. It was good. It was a good TV main event. I'll give him that.
Definitely.
I didn't hate it.
John got by the skin of his teeth. And the angle at the end I found very interesting, where the Kingston family attacks Lance Archer and they help Jon Moxley out, but they sort of turn. Well, like obviously Eddie Kingston turns on Jon Moxley in a long-winded promo, but do you see Lance Archer turning face now that he's gonna possibly start getting revenge on the Kingston family?
That'd be kind of weird. I don't know.
Because Will Hobbs didn't come for the save this time around, and neither did Darby Allin. So I'm thinking that Archer and Moxley do come together.
Kind of like the enemies of my enemy bringing the team together kind of deal.
Yeah,
I don't think you necessarily have to make Archer a face in that situation just because you got beef with Kingston. I think you could still be a heel.
Okay.
And plus, I think that would be an interesting dynamic if they were to team, Archer and Moxley together against another evil.
Yeah, I do think it's interesting, and I would like to think that Moxley does think highly of Lance Archer. Like, they did have a banger of a match. And I guess Archer can do the Samoa Joe thing. We're just relating it back to NXT, where it's just like, you barely survived.
Yeah.
So I'll be back. But Eddie Kingston, coming for that ass. So maybe when he has his match against Kingston, we could probably get an interference there or something, and possibly a triple threat. And hopefully Moxley can lose the title. I don't know. I would like to see Moxley without the title. What they do with him without the title, I don't know. But it's
where they go from there.
He's the longest reigning AEW champion, I believe. Yeah.
Damn, I don't know. I think Jericho had it for a minute. I'm not really sure. I think Moxley might be the longest champion.
I don't know. It's been a very long, I'll just say it's been a really long time since Moxley has had the championship. So I think they should just give it to somebody, just give it to Lance Archer. Lance Archer's great, or give it to Eddie Kingston. Either or, man. I just would like to see the top of the card spiced up, and let's start actually we're a year in. Let's start actually putting a lot of I guess eggs in the basket of these newer talents and non ex WWE guys, which it is a redundant sort of thing, but it's sort of true. So I would like for them to break that mold going into their next year.
They got guys over there. They got guys that with a little bit more seasoning, they can be main event dudes, and I think it's time for them. They flirted. I think it's time for them to really start, really pushing for the future. That's one thing I'll give NXT. Even when NXT had the little slow seasons where people kind of leave, they got guys ready to step up, almost within months, ready to go. Mm-hmm. I think AEW needs to get to that point where they got hey, look, time for you to step up. Should never get off the pot. Darby, this is it. Either you sink or swim. Let's go. But I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I really hope that's the case in the future.
But also, Kenny's in the singles division now. Hangman's in the singles division now. They got a whole tournament going, so we'll see where they go from here.
Oh yeah, no tournament updates for the next two competitors, right?
They gave us the bracket.
Oh, damn! I didn't see it.
Yeah, they gave us the bracket. I don't remember.
I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, talk about it next week.
But hopefully we'll get a singles match between Hangman Page and Kenny on there. I'm not too high on much of the competition in there. Jungle Boy's in there. Roll my eyes. So we'll see how that tournament goes. But that's our show. We have a new Twitter account, A Show RNC. So all the wrestling stuff is all right there. Any updates with the G Show, A Show, Spot Callers, Rewriters Room, updates on WWE products and AEW, you'll see it on there. You can follow me at H_visibility. Still follow RNC Radio Live. We have a whole bunch of other content on there. The Comeback Spot, you can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot, just live tweeting wrestling, and soon YouTube content, right?
YouTube's coming soon. Be on the lookout.
All right. And then the NBA Finals is over. I think that I can now say that I'm happy that the Lakers won, because Miami would have been a hellhole. If the Heat won,
you wouldn't have stepped out?
Hell no.
Hey, you wouldn't have stepped out?
I'm not stepping out the crib. Having a parade, because Florida is insane. They would have had the parade.
They would have had that parade, boy. Oh,
and I think right now Trump is having a rally here, so that would have been two
that would have been a nasty weekend. That would have been a nasty weekend, boy. Let me tell you.
Nasty work for the real. But a really good episode, and on RSPN, Mark and Jeff, and also for Play for Keeps, the Rewriters Room. What else we got? Big Eyes. They're talking about Chainsaw Man, which I have to catch up on.
You should look out. Hey, I just started that jujitsu, whatever it is, Jujutsu Kaisen. Y'all know I'm new to anime, so it's not bad.
I've been taking a step back. I'm gonna wait and feel process.
I feel you.
I have to give animes the triple check, because there's a lot of time that gets invested into that,
So I don't want to go too far, dude. But this is the first anime I've actually watched as it's ongoing. So I'm a little concerned. I'm taking a risk too, but from the first two episodes, it seems like something I'd be interested in.
Okay, I'm gonna I'll probably hit up Jamal on PSN and say we could possibly talk about it, or I'll text Jeff or something. But what else we got going on? Late fees. They're going to be doing a lot of Halloween stuff. I believe next week they're going to be doing the Saw franchise. Pulling back the curtain a bit, I put my hat in the ring for the Secret Jack-O-Lantern film watching. I guess like we just exchanging films with the late Fees boys and them. I put my hat in there. I hope I don't get Hoobie Halloween or any shit like that. But hopefully they have me on the show. Really great people. Tune in for that. Black Variant.
Y'all got some shows, man. Y'all got a lot.
Yeah,
of
man.
I love it.
I listen to a lot of these shows. Like my podcast feed is like all of it, but for some reason, whenever I have to say it on the show, I just can't remember it all.
I can't remember none of them. I'm the same way. Oh, shout out Mark for the what's the joint called? I'm Not a Genius. I love I'm Not a Genius. I love what Mark is doing.
He will be coming back with a new I'm Not a Genius, but Recut Gems with A+, where they talked about the G Unit radio. That is something that you hip tap in. There's a lot.
You was outside for G Unit radio?
I was not, and that's why this podcast is a lot for me. Me and Mark come from the same club. Me and Mark were definitely both on them blogs heavy. He obviously got a bigger library of music than I do, but yeah.
Hey, I was out there. I was with that struggle when you can only fit 500 songs in your iPod. You had to figure out which songs you want to put on there. I was there.
I didn't have an iPod. I wasn't tapped into the internet. Like I told Mark and Justin, where they're just like, "Damn, you were like, you definitely had internet access at that time. Like it was fairly recent, but it was just like." If you weren't using the computer for the homework, you could not use the computer.
Yeah.
So I missed out on a lot of things, but I can't wait till they talk about Dipset, Cameron's beef with Mace, all sorts of stuff like that. They be putting me on.
See, the thing about Dipset, a lot of people don't know this. In Connecticut, look, Dipset is different out here in Connecticut. We love Dipset. I don't know what it is, the relationship between Dipset and Connecticut, but we love them out here. They're like legends out here.
Close to New York.
It's close. Yeah, they be out in New Haven and stuff, so and New Britain and all them places. So they was out there.
So yeah, man. Check out all of our amazing content that we produce from Cyrus, from myself, and and Quan. I'll see y'all guys next week. I'm about to play some Dipset at the end. Hopefully we don't catch a copyright strike.
All right, man.